Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1237 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for November 7th, 2024. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1237. I'm gonna start with the word allowed. Alright, all of the letters are grey, so let me guess a different word with 5 new letters. For example, I can do spine. Okay, got the N green, so I've placed N as the fourth letter, and I also know that E is another letter which goes somewhere else in this word. It could be ENT ending, but I'm not sure what goes before that, if so. If E goes second. Could it be something ENNY? Penny is gone, so I don't think that's likely anymore. Could it be... If the word begins with E, then there should be another E somewhere. ENY? Is Brent a word or is it just a name? It is actually a word. Oh, surprisingly, I did predict that it'll be ENT ending. But I haven't thought. Oh, event. I did think of ENT ending, but I did not think about repeating the E. I didn't think about repeating the E, but now I thought of it. The word event came up to my mind. I think that's gonna be the Wordle answer. And it is. Alright, so I got today's Wordle answer event in 4 tries. There we go. I didn't use any elimination strategies, I just made my guesses based on the previous clues. So yeah, after I figured out it was ENT ending and I remembered that repeating the E was a pattern which I should consider. So after that, I thought of the word event, and that did turn out to be the Wordle answer for today. So yeah, today's Wordle answer is event. I got it in 4 tries. This is Wordle number 1237. After I'm done with this, let's move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is November 7th, 2024, and I'm going to start the hard difficulties Sudoku for today. This one, okay, I should say that these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 1. These 2's force the digit 2 into one of these 2 cells in block 5. These 2's point up, and this cell sees another 2. These 2's point down. These 3's force the digit 3 into one of these 2 cells in block 2, and into one of these 2 cells in block 6. These 6's point left, and this cell sees another 6. So in block 4, the digit 6 is forced into this cell. These 7's point down. The 7 points up and the 7 points right. So in block 3, the digit 7 is forced into column 8, and then these 7's point down. These 8's point left, and this cell sees another 8. So in block 7, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, and then these 8's force the digit 8 into one of these 2 cells in block 4. And I also noticed something. That is in row 4. 8 is a missing digit of row 4. This cell sees 8, this cell sees 8, and this cell also sees another 8. But 8 still has to go somewhere in row 4 because it's still missing. So the digit 8 in row 4 is forced into this cell because it cannot go into any other open cells in this row, and that this cell is the only cell available for 8. So 8 is forced into this cell for row 4, and then these 8s point up. This cell sees another 8. We have these 9s pointing up to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 2. Okay, in row 4, the missing digits are 3, 4, and 9. So 3, 4, 9, 3, 4, 9, but this cell sees 9, so it's actually 3 or 4, and 3, 4, 9. Okay, I do see another thing, is that in row 6, 3 is a missing digit. This cell sees 3, this cell sees 3, and this cell also sees another 3. But I still have to fit 3 somewhere in row 6. So, in row 6, the digit 3 is forced into one of these two cells, and these two cells form a 2-3 pair. Or, well, yes, they do form a 2-3 pair, but because 3 is guaranteed into one of these two cells for row 6, no other open cells in block 5 can contain another 3. Because there is already a 3 in block 5. And how this 3 must be in one of these two cells is because of row 6. But anyway, no matter which cell 3 ends up in, all other open cells in block 5 will see the 3. So this 2-3 pair, or the placement of 3 in one of these two cells, eliminates 3s from all other open cells in block 5. So that means this cell cannot contain 3, it must be a 4. Leaving a 3-9 pair in row 4, and because this is a 2-3 pair, all other digits are eliminated from these two cells because only 2 and 3 can go into... No. It's the other way around, sorry. All other digits are eliminated from these two cells because these two cells are reserved for 2 and 3. Both 2 and 3 can only go into these two cells, so no other digit can, because they're reserved for 2 and 3. This 2-3 pair makes the other open cell a 1. I can also say that this 2-3 pair makes the other 3 open cells in row 6 a 1-4-7, no, a 1-4-8 triple. 4-8, oh, actually, yes. These ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 6, so, this is 4-8 only. These ones point down and this cell sees another 1, so in block 9, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. These ones force the digit 1 into the cell in block 2, and the final one in this Sudoku puzzle is forced into this cell. All ones are placed. Okay, after I place this one, I can immediately force the digit 2 into this cell in block 9. And then these 2s force the digit 2 into one of these two cells in block 8. This 6 points down, so in block 9, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells, and these two cells form a 6-7 pair. As you can see in block 9, the digits 6 and 7 are missing, and these 6 and 7s force both of these two digits into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 6 and 7 into block 9, I have to make these two cells reserved for 6 and 7. Because the only combinations are 6-7 or 7-6. And yeah, because the fact that both of these two digits can only go into these two cells in block 9, I have to make these two cells reserved for 6 and 7. So this 6-7 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, making the other 3 open cells in block 9 a 4-5-9 triple. 459, 459, but this cell sees 9, so it's actually 405, 459. This 459 triple makes the other two open cells in this column a pair of 7 and 8, where this cell sees another 8. So I can make this a 7 and the other one an 8. 8 in this cell is eliminated. I can force the digit 8 into this cell in block 2. In row 3, the missing digits are 4, 5, and 6. This cell sees 5 and 6. Yeah, this cell sees 5 and 6, so this cell must be a 4, leaving behind a 5, 6 pair in row 3. The 7 points left to force the digit 7 into one of these two cells in block 1. Hmm. Well, I guess I can keep marking down the missing digits of block 1. I've marked the 2s and the 7s, so I've still got the 5 and 9. This 5 forces 5 into one of these two cells, and I think 9 can go into any of them for now. 3, 4, 8, and 9 are the missing digits of block 6. 3 is forced into one of these two cells. 4, because of this 4, is forced into one of these three cells. 8 is forced into one of these two cells, and 9 is forced into one of these three cells because of this 9. This 6 points right, so in block 2, the digit 6 is forced into column 6, and then these 6s point down. These 6s also point down, and now we have a mini X-wing formed by the placement of 6. Basically, the concept is that no matter if 6 goes like this, or in the other way, the cells that are in rows 7 and 9 will see the 6s no matter how they're placed. So I can eliminate 6 from this cell because it's in row 9. So I can make this a 7, this a 6. Or, another way to place a 6 in this cell is by directly looking at row 8. In row 8, 6 is a missing digit. This cell sees 6, this cell sees 6, this cell sees 6 from block 2, and this cell also sees another 6. So I still have to put 6 somewhere in row 8 because it's still missing, but cannot go into these 4 cells. So in row 8, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, because this is the only cell available for 6 in this row, which makes the 7, and then, I feel like that's it for now. This cell is for 4 or 9 only, because, column 7 is missing 4, 8, and 9, but this cell sees 8, so it's 4 or 9 only. In column 4, the missing digits are 2, 3, and 5. This cell sees 2, so it's 3 or 5, 2, 3, 5. Okay, these 4s point down to force the digit 4 into one of these two cells in block 8, and these two cells form a 4-6 pair. As you can see in block 8, the digits 4 and 6 are missing, And these 4s and 6s force both 4 and 6 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both of these two digits into block 8, I have to make these two cells reserved for 4 and 6 to make 4, 6 or 6, 4 the only two combinations. Because, again, both of these two digits can only go into these two cells. So I have to make these two cells reserved for 4 and 6. So this 4, 6 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells, meaning that 2 can no longer go into this cell. 2 cannot be 2 cannot be in part of the 6. 2 cannot be in part of the 4, 6 pair. So after I eliminate 2 from this cell, I can force the digit 2 into this cell in block 8, which makes this 3 and 2. This is a 5 to complete this column. These two cells form a 3, 7 pair. Well, this cell sees a 3. So I can make this 7 and 3. This cell, okay, well, let me just make the cell a 4 first, because it sees 5 and 9. So, these 3 cells as the only 3 open cells of column 8, I have to make this 5, leaving behind a 5, 9 pair. This cell is a 7 to complete this row, which eliminates 7 from this cell, forcing the digit 7 into this cell in block 1, and I can also force the digit 2 into this cell. This cell is a 3, because of this 3 pointing up, and then the digit 2 in block 2 is forced into this cell, leaving a 5, 6 pair behind in this column. This cell is for 5 or 9 only for this row, and this cell is 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay, the missing digits of column 3 are 3, 6, and 9. This cell is 3 or 9 only because it sees 6. This cell sees 3, so it's 6 or 9, 3, 6, 9. This cell is for 4, 5, 6, or 9 because they are the missing digits of row 7. But this cell sees 6, so it's actually 4, 5, or 9. Okay, the missing digits of column 1 are 3, 4, 5, and 9. So let's mark down 3, 4, 5, 9 in this cell, and this cell sees a 5, so this cell can only contain 3, 4, and 9. And now, look at row 5. In row 5, there are 3 open cells which only contain 3 certain digits. In this case, these 3 open cells only contain 3, 4, and 9. And in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. Remember that we cannot leave empty cells in Sudoku, so I have to fit 1 digit into every single cell. So in this, well, I have to keep 3, 4, and 9 in these 3 cells. If I do not keep all 3, 4, and 9 in these 3 cells, at least one of them would end up being empty, and we cannot have that happening. So, in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep 3, 4, and 9 in these 3 cells, so this 3, 4, 9 triple eliminates these 3 digits from all other open cells in this row, meaning that the cell cannot contain 4, and that the... Okay, and this cell also cannot contain a 9. Now, after I've eliminated 4 and 9 from this cell, it can only be an 8. Yeah, based on the markings I've done, they should be correct. Yeah, literally, because the missing digits of block 6 are 3, 4, 8, and 9, and this cell sees all the this cell sees the 3 open cells that are involved in the 3, 4, 9 triple, so this must be an 8. Which makes this 4, this an 8. This 3, 4, 9 triple makes this a 7. Actually, I could have said that these 7s force the digit 7 into this cell in block 4. And instead of saying this 349 triple, this is actually just a 3-9 pair in these two cells, making this slightly 4. You could have also said that these 4s force the digit 4 into the cell in block 4. This cell is 3, 5, or 9 for this column. This cell cannot contain 4 anymore. This cell is a 9 to complete this column, which makes this 5 and 9. 3, 9, 3, 9. This cell is a 5 to complete this column, which makes this 9 and 5. And then, because of this 9, 9 in these two cells are eliminated, making this a 6, a 3 to complete this column. This cannot contain a 5. 4 and 9 are the missing digits of column 2, but this cell sees a 9. So I can make this 4 and the other one a 9. 6 and 4, this cell sees 5, so it's 6, 5, 6, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in a bit under 18 minutes, so I would say this puzzle is mostly straightforward. Yeah, as a quick summary. So I would say towards the beginning, the 2-3 pair in block 5. The 2-3 pair in block 5, which placed the 4 and 1 in the same block. And then later on, I feel like it was the 4-5-9 triple. No. Actually, it was the 6-7 pair before that. The 6-7 pair in block 9. Well, that is found after you place the 1 and 2 in block 9. So after you place the 1 and 2, you get the 6-7 pair in block 9. And you can also see the 4-5-9 triple in the same block, which also works for column 8. So this 4-5-9 triple also formed the 7-8 pair up here. Oh, actually, it placed the 7 and 8. Sorry. But anyway, this 4-5-9 triple definitely helped with column 8. And I feel like towards the end, the placement of 6 in row 8, the placement of the digit 6 in row 8, and probably the 3-4-9 triple in row 5, which made this cell an 8. I feel like that was the breakthrough at the end. You could have also spotted the 3-9 pair before. I mean, if you focus more on block 4, you could have made these two cells a 3-9 pair and placed this 4, and used the 3-9 pair instead of the 3-4-9 triple. But anyway, both will make the cell an 8, so it's the same outcome. Alright, I think those were the key spots. Let me know if I have missed anything. And if you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. And hopefully this video helped. Today is November 7th, 2024. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1237 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!